Ford has built some of the most legendary diesel engines ever put in a truck. They've also built a few that cost owners more than they ever imagined. Engines that looked capable on the spec sheet and turned into financial decisions at 100,000 miles. Today I'm breaking down the 3 worst and 4 best Ford diesel engines you can actually own. Real repair costs, real ownership data, 20 years behind the wrench. Let's get into it. Worst number 3, the 6.7-liter Powerstroke 2011 through 2014. Up until 2011, Ford had always outsourced their diesel engines. International Navistar built the power plants that went into Super Duty trucks for decades. When that relationship ended, Ford set out to build their first in-house diesel from scratch. The ambition was real. The execution had problems that owners discovered the hard way, and some of those problems were expensive enough to define this engine's reputation for years. The biggest one, and this is the one that still makes diesel mechanics wince, is the CP4 high-pressure fuel injection pump. Ford used the Bosch CP 4.2 on the early 6.7, and this pump is particularly vulnerable in American diesel fuel. European diesel has better lubricity. The CP4 was designed with that in mind. Run it on American fuel long enough and the internal metal components wear, generate debris, and circulate that debris through the entire fuel system. When a CP4 fails catastrophically, it doesn't just take out the pump. It contaminates the injectors, the fuel rails, the lines, everything. Total fuel system replacement, $8,000 to $14,000. I have watched owners get that quote and walk away from the truck entirely. Not because it wasn't worth saving, because the number on the paper was bigger than what they paid for it. And the CP4 wasn't the only problem. Early turbo actuator and vane failures came faster than expected. EGR system issues showed up at mileage that shouldn't have been a concern. Glow plug module failures, another first-generation headache. Radiator cavitation and coolant degas bottle problems rounded out a list that made these trucks feel like Ford was using owners as beta testers. That's because, in many ways, they were. If you're looking at a 2011 to 2014 6.7, the inspection checklist is specific. Ask whether the CP4 has been upgraded to a CP3 conversion and get documentation. Verify no history of fuel system contamination. Check the turbo under load. A truck with that work done and documented is a different purchase. Know which one you're looking at before any money changes hands. Ford heard every complaint about the early 6.7 and they responded. That story comes later. Worst number 2, the 6.0-liter Powerstroke, 2003 through 2007. The 6.0 divided the diesel community into 2 camps, people who never want to see one again, and people who say it's fine if you bulletproof it. Both of those people are right, and understanding why is the whole game with this engine. The stock 6.0 came with design decisions that interacted badly under real-world use. The head bolt setup was the most famous failure point. The 6.0 uses 10 head bolts per cylinder, but the stock torque-to-yield design simply wasn't strong enough to hold the heads under diesel combustion pressure, especially under load or heat. Head gasket failures on stock 6.0s were not rare events. They were almost expected. When the gaskets go, you get coolant in the oil, white smoke, overheating. Head stud and gasket job runs $2,000 to $4,000 depending on what else the mechanic finds. The EGR cooler was the second failure. When it cracks, and it cracks, coolant enters the intake. The oil cooler was the third. Let it clog and you starve the EGR cooler and accelerate the failure. These 3 systems cascaded together and defined the 6.0's reputation. I had a customer bring in a 2005 F250 with 110,000 miles. Looked clean, ran decent. We put it on the lift, and within 20 minutes I found a cracked EGR cooler, an oil cooler that was maybe 30% flowing, and head gaskets that were already seeping. The truck had been slowly dying for a year and the owner had no idea. He'd been driving it to work every day, towing on weekends, thinking he had a solid truck. That's the stock 6.0 experience. Quiet problems that compound until they're not quiet anymore. Here's what most people miss. A bulletproof 6.0 is a completely different truck. EGR upgrade, oil cooler upgrade, ARP head studs, coolant filtration. The diesel community has developed solutions for every failure point. The package runs $1,500 to $3,000 in parts, $3,000 to $5,000 at a shop. I've seen bulletproof 6.0s with 400,000 miles. Properly done, this engine is genuinely durable. A stock high mileage 6.0 with no documented upgrades is a project. A bulletproofed one can be a keeper. Get the full service history and know which one you're buying. Worst number 1, the 6.4-liter Powerstroke 2008 through 2010. The 6.4 is the most consistently expensive diesel Ford ever put in a truck. And unlike the 6.0, the problems are harder to engineer away after the fact. Ford tried to fix the 6.0's EGR problem by doubling down. The 6.4 has dual EGR coolers. When one cracks, you get coolant loss, steam from the exhaust, rising temperatures, and the beginning of an expensive sequence. When coolant reaches the combustion chamber, you can hydrolock the engine. Bent rods, damaged pistons. The 6.4's signature failure is piston cracking. Stress fractures around the fuel bowl area. Invisible until the knocking and smoke start. When pistons crack, you're doing a major teardown. The regen system made everything worse. During active regeneration cycles, unburned fuel enters the oil and dilutes it. The extreme heat of those cycles accelerates turbo seal and bearing wear. Owners running standard oil change intervals were unknowingly degrading their engine every time the truck cleaned its own filter. The radiator leaks at the plastic end tanks, common enough to be expected. On the 6.4, a coolant leak isn't an inconvenience, it starts a countdown. The difference between the 6.0 and the 6.4 is this: the 6.0 can be bulletproofed. The 6.4's problems are more fundamental, and the bills arrive regardless of maintenance quality. Walk away from a 6.4 Powerstroke unless you have a serious repair budget, a specific reason to take it on, and a diesel mechanic you already trust. There are better options at almost every price point. 3 engines that defined Ford's most difficult era in diesel: outsourced failures, a homegrown disaster, and a first in-house attempt that cost owners dearly. Now let's talk about where Ford got it right, starting with the engine that existed long before any of those problems arrived. Best number 4, the 7.3-liter IDI 1988 through 1994. Before there was a Powerstroke badge, there was the 7.3-liter indirect injection diesel. This engine doesn't get the attention of its famous successor, and that's exactly why it belongs on this list. The 7.3 IDI is a pre-emissions diesel from an era when durability was the whole design brief. No EGR coolers to crack, no high-pressure common rail injection with tolerances measured in microns, no complex turbo geometry. The turbocharged versions use a simple single-stage setup any diesel mechanic has seen 100 times. Cast iron block, cast iron head, indirect injection chambers forgiving of fuel quality variations. Any competent shop can work on it without specialty tools or a laptop. The turbocharged version makes around 190 horsepower. Modest by modern standards, but real low RPM torque that makes it a useful work truck. A clean example can be bought for $5,000 to $10,000. Rebuilt injection pump if it needs one, $600 to $800. These are the ownership economics of an engine built before complexity arrived. When you're buying one, check for excessive cold start smoke. More than a few seconds of white smoke on a cold morning can signal injection issues or worn glow plugs. Look for fuel return line leaks at the injection pump fittings, a common finding on high mileage examples and an inexpensive fix if caught before it becomes a contamination problem. Verify the glow plug system is working. A dead glow plug on a cold Minnesota morning will tell you quickly. Address those items and the rest of the engine tends to take care of itself for a very long time. These trucks were built to be serviced by regular people with regular tools, and that philosophy makes them uniquely forgiving of the occasional neglect that comes with age. I have customers who've been running these as farm trucks and work trucks for 30 years, not because they can't afford something newer, because the truck keeps working and the bills stay manageable. Find a clean one with a solid service history and don't hesitate. These are keepers. I put together a maintenance guide specifically for Ford truck owners. Diesel intervals, fluid specs, what to watch for on each platform. Whether you're running one of these older engines or something modern, the right habits make all the difference. Links in the description. Best number 3, the 7.3-liter Powerstroke 1994 through 2003. If you've been in the diesel truck world for more than 5 minutes, you know this engine. The 7.3-liter Powerstroke is the standard against which every Ford diesel that came after has been measured, and most of them have fallen short. That's not nostalgia. The ownership data is real, the mileage numbers are real, and the loyalty this engine generates in the people who've owned one is earned. The Huey fuel system, hydraulic electronic unit injection, uses engine oil pressure to actuate the injectors rather than a high-pressure fuel pump. When Huey injectors wear, they wear gradually. Rough idle on startup, slightly harder starts in cold weather, a trace of smoke under load. You get symptoms before failure, real, readable symptoms that a mechanic can act on. There's no CP4-style catastrophic event where metal debris destroys the entire fuel system in one shot and leaves you with a 5-figure repair bill in a truck that needs to be towed. When something goes wrong on a 7.3, it's a fixable job with a reasonable quote, not a decision about whether the truck is worth keeping. Known weak points? Injector O-rings that need resealing at high mileage, the cam position sensor, glow plugs. They're small repairs. A full injector O-ring reseal runs $600 to $1,200. That's the scale of maintenance cost this engine produces. Compare that to what we talked about in the worst section. I have a customer who's been coming to my shop since 2010 with a 2001 F-250 and the 7.3 Powerstroke. That truck has over 380,000 miles on the original engine. He's done injector O-rings twice, replaced the cam sensor once, and he stays current on oil changes. That's the entire story. He has never once walked in with that expression people get when they're about to hear a number they weren't ready for. Prices on clean 7.3 examples have been climbing for years because the people who understand diesels know exactly what this engine is. When you find one with documented maintenance and a healthy injection system, buy it without hesitation. These are the keepers of the diesel world. Best number 2, the 6.7-liter Powerstroke 2015 through 2019. You already heard about the early 6.7. Now here's what Ford did about it. Between the first and second generation, Ford made changes substantial enough to create a meaningfully different ownership experience. Turbocharger redesigned, cooling system upgraded, internal components strengthened. The early catastrophic failure rates dropped significantly. EGR durability improved, turbo reliability improved. These are trucks that, with proper maintenance, started delivering the ownership experience the original 6.7 was supposed to provide from day one. The CP4 risk didn't disappear entirely. It's still the same pump family, but documented catastrophic failures became considerably less common. Many 2015 to 2019 owners run an aftermarket CP3 conversion as insurance. It costs about $800 to $1,200 installed and eliminates the most expensive failure scenario this platform can produce. Worth considering if you're keeping the truck long term. 2015 is your starting point for the refined 6.7. Verify the fuel system history, check for CP4 related service records, confirm the turbo is operating correctly. Find a well-maintained example at the right price and you have a capable modern diesel that Ford spent years improving after a difficult start. Don't let the early 6.7 reputation keep you away from the right year. Best number 1, the 6.7-liter Powerstroke 2020 and up. This is the diesel Ford spent a decade trying to build correctly. Every failure mode from the early 6.7, every expensive repair, every owner complaint. Ford had 9 years of real-world data telling them exactly what needed to change. The 2020 revision is what happened when they acted on all of it. Stronger block, updated pistons with improved thermal management, a revised fuel system built around long-term reliability, and the torque output. 150 pound-feet in the high-output version is backed by a bottom end specifically engineered to handle that load day after day. This isn't a number on a brochure. It's the result of rebuilding the architecture around what the first generation couldn't sustain. Fleet operators running post-2020 trucks hard every day are reporting 250 to 300,000 miles with routine service and no major powertrain events. Municipal fleets, commercial operators, construction companies, the kind of use cases that expose every weakness a diesel engine has. The early 6.7 didn't hold up to that. The 2020 and up version is. The engineering lessons from 9 years of real-world failures are visible in every major component decision Ford made on this revision. A clean 2020 or newer 6.7 is not a cheap used truck, but if your use case demands a modern heavy-duty diesel, serious towing, commercial loads, high annual miles, this is the engine Ford finally got right. Stay current on fuel intervals, don't skip the oil changes, and this engine is designed to give you the service life the whole Ford diesel story was building toward. If you're in a position to buy one, don't hesitate. 7 engines. 3 that showed how expensive the wrong diesel Ford can get, and how Ford spent years making the same mistakes at different scales before they finally fixed it. 4 that show what these trucks are capable of when the engineering is right, when the ownership history is documented, and when the buyer knows what they're actually looking at. The year framing matters more on these engines than almost any other purchase you'll make. A 2014 6.7 and a 2020 6.7 wear the same badge and are not the same truck. A bulletproofed 6.0 and a stock one are not the same risk. A 7.3 Powerstroke and a 7.3 IDI are built on different decades of engineering philosophy. Know exactly what you're buying, get the complete service history, and put it in front of a diesel-experienced mechanic before any money changes hands. On these engines, a thorough pre-purchase inspection isn't optional. It's the difference between a great buy and an expensive lesson. If you buy the wrong diesel Ford, you'll pay for it in ways that make car payments look reasonable. If you buy the right one of these and maintain it correctly, you'll understand why diesel truck owners become diesel truck owners for life. Full maintenance checklist for any of these engines, fluid specs, service intervals, what to watch for on each platform. Link is in the description. If this helped you, hit subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.